Hello, everybody. It's Scott. I am speaking to you today from my home office in my self-imposed, quarantine, or really not quarantine, but staying at home like everybody else is, trying to get past what's happening in our world today. So I want to talk to you about a couple of things today. And what I noticed is that many people during this time being at home are looking to accomplish things. They're looking to change something in their life. For a lot of them, it's to lose some weight, and perhaps they're struggling with actually gaining weight, and maybe to start exercising, but they want to learn something new. They want to try and use this time constructively. And what's happening is it's becoming almost like a New Year's resolution. So what do I mean by that? A lot of people fail at their New Year's resolutions, and they're failing at what they're trying to achieve now while they have this time at home to change their lives, or maybe just change a habit or do something different or learn something new. And what happens is they set up an unrealistic expectation. They have an idea in their head what they want to do, and they want to do it perfectly. So for example, they want to start exercising. Now they haven't exercised at all, and now they're going to go to exercising 5-6 days a week, and they see a workout and it's a really hard workout, and they start that workout with enthusiasm, and then they wane. Or they miss a day, and because they miss that day, they think that they failed because they have the expectation of being perfect. You cannot be perfect. You are not supposed to be perfect. You are a human being, and you are perfect in your imperfections. You're perfect in your imperfections. I mess up all the time. I make mistakes all the time. The difference being is I don't have the expectation of being perfect. I have the expectation of being consistent. And if you look at the most highly successful people in this world, it doesn't matter what they do, whether they're athletes, business people, world leaders, the most highly successful people do small things. They have small daily routines that they do consistently. Not perfectly, consistently. Look at an Olympic athlete. You see them on TV. They got their gold medal around their neck. But what you don't see is all the years they did the same thing over and over. How they slept, how they ate, how they worked out, how they studied their sport, their craft, and their skills. They did these things consistently over a long period of time. The statistics say that about 95% of people that set a goal fail at achieving that goal. And they fail not because they're not capable. Oh no. They fail because they set up an expectation up here in their mind of how it was supposed to go and how long it was supposed to take. And those expectations are based on nothing. What are they based on? Some preconceived idea in your head that you had that it was going to take this long and how it was going to be done and how the outcome was going to be. So what happens? It doesn't happen in the time frame that you expected it to happen in, or it didn't happen the way you expected it to. And what do? Instead of keep going, being consistent, you quit. You just quit because the expectation in your mind said that you're doing something wrong or what you're doing doesn't work. And that's all bullshit. It's about doing things consistently, over and over and over again. Repetition is the mother of all success. So if you're going to start something now that you've never done before in your life while you have this time at home to do it, like, for example, starting a workout program, work on being consistent. If you're going to go from never working out to working out hard an hour a day, you're going to fail. So why not start with 10 minutes or 20 minutes? Instead of saying I'm going to do it 7 days a week, start with 3 days a week. And you know what? If you miss a day or something happens, so what? It happens. I am not perfect. I have things that happen to me all the time, and things don't go exactly the way I planned. So I have an option. Do I allow it to just make me chuck whatever I want to do, or do I learn to adapt and change? It's really pretty simple if you think about it. It's really pretty easy. So go in without expectations, your expectations, and just work on that thing you want to do. No expectations, just do it. And whatever the outcome is the right outcome. And if you do it over a long period of time, you will be successful what you're trying to accomplish. As the saying goes, that perfection is the seed of failure, but consistency is the flower of success. So be consistent in what you're doing. You have this time to do something or do nothing. Be consistent at what you're going to do. Not perfect. So I wanted to give you a technique today for eliminating the negative self-talk that goes on in our heads. And by the way, you talk to yourself all day long, whether you're aware of it or not. You speak to yourself all day long. And for most people, the diatribe that's going on between their ears is pretty negative. Especially now when you've been taken out of your regular daily routines of work and life, it has a tendency to become more negative. And you need to change how you speak to yourself. That is the first step you are going to have in making permanent and lasting change and feeling really good about yourself. So this technique I learned a long time ago, and it comes from the Silva Method. And if you're not familiar with the Silva Method, it's been around forever, and it is a very powerful technique. It allows you to become aware of your negative self-talk and then to eliminate it. So here's the technique, and I'll explain to you why it works really well. So the technique is really simple. You're doing something, let's say you knock over a glass of water, and all of a sudden, the boom in the middle of your head, you hear, oh, how could you be so stupid? The moment you hear yourself inside of yourself or externally saying something negative about yourself, and I'd also say you should probably use this when you're saying something negative about somebody else, is when that negative thought about yourself pops into your head, the moment you become aware of it, freeze it. Then I want you to acknowledge that you said it, and then I want you to cancel it by simply saying the word cancel 3 times. So negative thought pops in your head, freeze the thought, acknowledge that you said it, cancel, cancel, cancel. And then reframe it as a positive statement. And if you're not sure what to say to reframe it, you can just use this go-to statement I use all the time. Every day I'm getting better and better. So again, negative thought pops in your head, freeze it. Cancel it out, acknowledge it, cancel it out, cancel, cancel, cancel. Every day I'm getting better and better. So why does this work? 1, it allows you to become aware of your negative thought process. And if you've been around a long time, you've been doing this for decades. So it's automatic response. So the moment you freeze it, you stop the automatic pattern you're running. And by canceling it, it's what's called a pattern interrupt. You're interrupting the automatic pattern that you follow all the time. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Now your mind is looking for something new. Every day I'm getting better, better, and better. So you're interrupting the pattern, you're freezing it, you're interrupting it, and then you're spinning it in a different way. So what's going to happen when you start doing this? At first, you're not going to do it that often because you're really not that highly aware of your negative self-talk. And then after doing it a few times, a little switch is going to be flipped in your head, and then you're going to be walking around all day long going cancel, 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 because you're going to become totally aware of all the negative bullshit you've been saying to yourself all these years. And then at some point, I don't know how long it's going to be, it's different for everybody, it's going to start to slow down. And as it starts to slow down, it's slowing down because you're saying less and less negative things about yourself. I still cancel myself out. I've been doing this. I'm looking at my silver certificate. I took this class 25 years ago. Still do it. It's a very powerful yet simple tool. And again, the power in it is doing it consistently. Not perfectly, but being consistent with it. Don't stop doing it. Every little thing you do to improve yourself, that if you can do on a consistent basis, over the long term, will create giant results for you. So I hope that's helpful to you. I hope that you are doing well. And if I can help you or support you in any way, don't hesitate to get a hold of me. I am here for you. Have a great day.